unajua naweza ua. So she poured paraffin on me and then akawasha. It took around not more than 10 seconds, but I felt like I've burned my whole life. I've been through 14 surgeries so far.
Oh God.
To make this snake ifike where it is right now.
Yeah.
To make my arms at least move freely. She was released while I was still hospitalized for lack of evidence. That is what was actually catchy.
Of evidence. Hi everyone, welcome to Simama Talks. I am your host Celeste Ngashohe. How have you been? It's a beautiful day. I'm excited because I'm here. I'm joined by someone that you may have seen or you may have not seen him, but his story is a story of, my God, a story of strength, and it will give you hope. But before then, we are still on the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, and I hope you're joining us because we need everyone to speak. We need everyone to talk about GBV. Ongea na mwenzako hapo, ongea na sister yako, your friends, if you're in school, talk to people, so that to make sure kila mtu amejua that dhulma ya kijinsia ni mbaya and it's not good for anyone, not our families, not our friends, not even our enemies. So join us, join the Simama movement so that we can speak against gender-based violence. And now, I will introduce our guest. Without further ado, let's welcome Samuel. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Tell us your name.
My name is Samuel Mbithe. Yes.
Who are you? What do you do?
I'm a marketer by profession.
Marketer, yeah.
And I deal with agrochemicals, actually, to be specific. But other than that, I advocate against GBV.
Awesome.
And any type of violence that is within our society or the areas that we get into contact with every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. So, we are here to hear your story. Nimeshasikia story, but you guys, when I was listening to it, I had chills. I don't know, I felt like it was a movie. But imagining that this was, it's a real story, something that you went through.
Sure.
And you're here. I really love success stories because when you come and share your story,
sure,
you're telling someone out there that I went through this. It's not been easy, but sure, here I am. You're living a thriving life.
Sure.
You are not miserable, because we want any person, any survivor, you don't have to be miserable.
True.
You can come out of it and be successful.
Yeah.
So let's start from the beginning of your story.
Just like what you said, I never thought such a thing can happen to anyone, because I've grown up seeing such things happening on movies. So now it happened to me in reality.
Wow.
And then you're like, sikuwa imagine kitu kama inaweza happen. And it started back in 2011. That's when I started dating. I came to Nairobi. I met this beautiful girl, when we started dating, we started having conversations, but along the way, vitu mingi zilikuwa zina happen. It's only that I was not mature enough to get to understand some red flags. Not like now. Right now, I'm able to differentiate whether something is workable, this one, exactly.
Yeah.
But that time, I just had the small knowledge from high school. And then I thought that things would be just easy, because all through high school, going through counseling, going through the high school basics, but you come out here and then you don't have mentors, you don't have people to guide you on what to do. And then you find yourself now in a situation whereby now you really need to make some decisions. And from how I've been brought up, I've not been brought up from a well-off family. Oh yeah, it could be because my dad is a civil servant, but we were not raised like you know, ni kama posh kids and all that. So the things
middle
you do,
class.
exactly middle
Yeah.
class.
Okay.
But you realize that there are a lot of things that we were lacking, especially for millennials. Why? Our parents never had time to sit us down and talk.
Walikuwa busy, man.
Busy and bitter.
Yes.
Busy and bitter. So you realize you do something, instead of being told this is wrong, unachapo. Before you notice you've done something wrong, you already have, you have a few slaps on you. So that guidance, and what I'm trying to tell people is that guidance is very important. If you have family,
Kids, yes.
even your young sisters, your friends, you know, relatives, you can actually guide them through without that violence. Because violence from a childhood level will lead to trauma in future. And most of the people currently are actually having trauma-related issues. It is not something that happened yesterday. It is way, way back.
Yeah.
Whether through verbal, whether physical, you know. So it inajibeba all through to a point of you realize that you are not normal. You think you are normal, but you are not normal. So I met this girl through a friend, and we started dating, like I said, but I had not seen a lot in her. To me, I was in love.
You were just cruising.
Yes. So the factor love came in so strong than any other thing. And because I wanted to prove that even young people can actually fall in love and marry and have a good life. I had not dated anyone before. I had not seen any other girl before. I was only 20 years old.
20 years. And when you got into this dating, you knew this is the girl you're going to marry. Like you were in love and you knew, I'm going to marry this girl.
Exactly. That was my objective at the end of the day. I didn't have much of friends in Nairobi because I had just settled in Nairobi. So, you know, consulting, asking people about marriage and relationship, I couldn't. So I was still using ile mind ya kutoka high school. You know, boyfriend, girlfriend, it can work, counseling and all that. But behind her back, she was not into me. It is something that I didn't see or notice. Like currently right now I can tell for real. But that time I couldn't. Okay, it's something that I've come to think of right now. Like when now I started becoming too mature, you know, getting to interact with people, and then you realize, oh, kumbe kitu nilikuwa na ignore, it's actually ilikuwa something, but it did not trigger as at that time. So we started dating. She had other things that she was doing. She had other boyfriends, not just one, but many.
Wow.
So I think to her, it was a flex maybe. But to me, I was in love and trying to show this person that actually it can work out. So there are things that I still remember that used to happen, but I ignored them. So during that process, I started seeing a lot of changes. But because I'm in love, I think I will base more on the fact love because it blinds a lot. It makes you become blinded to a point of huwezi ona the next steps. Wewe tu ni mapenzi imekuweka pale.
And you know, these things zinaletwa, like when you reflect back, they were literally on your, like zilikuwa hapa kwa mapua.
You can clearly see them, but you ignore.
Okay.
Because you are in love, of course. So you would notice some late night texting. Sometimes she's not coming home as expected, and you're like, oh, anakwambia ko kwa auntie, sijui I went to visit a cousin, I went to visit a friend. But all within that path, there is a lot that is happening. And one day, we were sharing a phone actually. We were using one phone. So whenever I come from work, I could give her the phone. She calls her friend, she calls her auntie, whoever she wanted to call, schoolmates wake alikuwa anasoma nao. But now there was this one specific person that used to call a lot, used to text a lot. And when I questioned, I was told that he's just a friend. So
it's a he.
Yeah, it was a he. So ukiambiwa is just a friend, to me naichukulia lightly. Like asini rafiki tu yake. But I'm not getting concern here, why always this person? Why are they sending very suggestive messages? Why are
Na ni kwa hii simu moja.
Yes. So you forget to delete some of the messages. So when now I'm having to use the phone, I find them. And you know you don't have a phone back home. So nimeenda nayo job. So when I come, nakuja nikikuuliza, you just have a way of convincing me that everything is okay. But actually nothing is okay. Na sioni. I'm blinded. So it continued for quite some time. And one day I decided now, no, enough is enough. I have to get the truth out of this. Some of my friends used to tell me, because I had started creating a few friends in Nairobi. And they were like, no, hii kitu si normal, bro. You know, you deserve better. When they're saying that, the only thing that I have at the back of my mind is napenda udem.
It has to work.
It has to work. So in one way, to date, I think I was either desperate, I don't know. I was too much in love and blinded. I couldn't see beyond the love. The only thing I could see was just the love and that person. Whether fanye nini, hapana wewe ni mtu wangu. Na you can vouch for them that they cannot do such a thing. Wow. You know. So it continued that way until when now I was like, no, I have to know who is this person. So I pretended to have gone to work. And from where I used to live, some neighbors used to tell me, ukienda job, there is someone who actually comes to your house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, iwezekani. So one day I pretended to have gone to work, and actually I didn't. I went and hid myself somewhere. And I monitored the movements, because now ilikuwa imefika ile level, no, I have to know the truth now. I followed her. Alitoka kinda, it's like immediately I leave the house, she also leaves.
Anatoka.
Yeah, because we were kinda literally living together. My parents knew her. Her friends knew her.
Ulikuwa umempeleka home?
Yeah, I did introduce her to my parents. That's how serious I was, Sele.
Yeah, at 20.
At 20.
Ulikuwa umeamua after morning kuoa.
And then you see, I had other friends that we were schooling together in high school, and most of them had gotten into very successful relationships. So
wow.
I believe the peer pressure there was also affecting me, and I was like,
you cannot ignore the fact that sometimes you feel like hata sahi utapata madem kai nani aliolewa mimi, you know, and sometimes that can be the worst mistake without knowing.
So I was like, hey, mbona ya fulani na work, kwa nini ya misi work? And then you look at the level of the people I'm talking about, they're actually not that well off. They're shags actually. I'm in Nairobi and I'm like, no, I think I can make an extra shilling and maintain someone. But it was not working. So when I followed her, she didn't notice I was following her. She went and got into a certain apartment. I still pass through that apartment to this. And whenever I'm with someone, I always tell them, this is the place I confirmed everything.
Na apartment sasa ni forever. Yo.
So akaingia first floor, nyumba fulani.
Wait, sasa umemfuata hadi ndani?
Yes. So mimi nilipofika chini, the security guard literally wanted me to tell him where I'm going to. Then nilimwambia niko na yode mwame. I don't know where that came from, and this guy was convinced.
Ukaingia?
Because the security guy knew the girl na nyumba anaendanga.
Juu amekuwa kienda
frequent kukampala. So when nilimwambia niko na huyo dem, ni vile nilikuwa nimeacha hapa chini, and the guy got convinced. But now I wanted kukimbia ndo nijue the exact house.
Ameenda wapi?
So akapanda stairs, akaenda, mimi nikamfuata. She literally knocked, the door was open, na akaingia. I came and knocked the same door. Yes.
Okay.
Now,
that was so dramatic.
This guy used to call. He once called while I was at work. And He was like, where is so and so? I don't want to use his name. Where is so and so? I told him, ako kwa nyumba. Kanaambia, no, anataka kuongea naye. Do you have anyone's contact kwa nyumba? Naweza mpigia simu, blah blah blah. I told him I don't have. Na akakata simu. Within 10 minutes he called again. He's like, baby, wewe ndo unaitwa Sam? I told him, yeah, mimi ndo naitwa Sam. And this girl aliniambia wewe ni cousin yake mnaishi na yeye. And I'm like, okay, you have the wrong number. He's like, no.
But what do you mean you have the wrong number na najua dem? Ama you were still like,
me bado
iwezi.
Kaniambia, I want to marry that girl. But at least now I knew in number.
He said that?
Yes, I want to marry your cousin and I want to meet you. And I'm like, no, this girl is not my cousin. This is my girlfriend. He's like, hapana, udem aliniambia wewe ni cousin.
So mlichezwa nyinyi wawili. Ati umemkai.
Niwe host. You can imagine. We argued kidogo. Nika feel vibaya. So I called a neighbor. See, I didn't have some contacts. So I called a neighbor. Nikamwambia, I need to speak to someone mpeleke simu. Those days, calling per minute was around 17 shillings. So you make it quick.
Very fast.
Very fast. So I was like, hey, so and so amepiga, amesema hivi na hivi na she's like, wachana na huyo anakuanga wazima. I'm like, no, we have to talk about it. So that's when now everything started to reveal itself well. And then decided, sasa siku moja nita pretend because I've been told by many people that you are never in the house. My point is not you staying in the house. I have no problem with you moving up and down, saying hi to people, making new friends, but to a point that it has even become a concern to other people. Then they have really seen something that I'm not able to see or to notice. So when I followed me, nikafunguliwa hata mimi.
By the guy?
By the guy. And the girl is seated comfortably on the chair. Kwa sofa set. Me, I had no sofa. I had some 2 stools za mbao. So
oh my
like,
God.
This is the kind of life people live. Come to think of it now. Sasa that is reality in the heat sasa. And then I remember sitting down. I don't know what conversation we had with the guy.
You sat?
Yes.
Where is the chick now?
Ametulia. Very comfortable.
Hadashtuka, like...
Very comfortable, I'm telling you. Okay. You know, sometimes I try to imagine some of the scenes, but they come in picture form kwa mind yangu. And everyone would like to live that kind of a life. But kila mtu ako na time yake.
For sure.
So I think she was rushing a lot vitu. She wanted vitu za haraka. You're done with high school. Tomorrow you have an apartment. The next day you have a car. You are like, by age this, I have this and this and this. But you are not working through the process as is expected. So you want to use shortcuts. The guy told me, msichana wako ndiye ananitakaga. I don't know what I told him. I remember just leaving the house, tears on my eyes. I don't know how I got to my home. I called a friend of mine, nikamwambia, hey, hapa iko shida, I need to talk to you. And he came back and akaniambia, hakunificha, bro, we've been telling you that you are blinded. We kind of tried to work it out after that.
Guy.
And let me shock you, I don't know whether this was either stupid of me or ignorance or what.
Or naivety.
I was the one actually wanting it to work. She was not into me. So when I look at those episodes all through, I realize I was the one moving a certain agenda. Yes. It wasn't about her. Alikuwa alinitoka and then unatoka mtu with a reason. If I remember well, we had not argued to a point of mbona uko na msichana fulani, mbona you are doing this and this and this. I'm not saying that I was innocent or I didn't do mistakes, but I never did something that would warrant that treatment.
Yeah.
So I tried it. Then I moved from the area that I was living nikakaribia, I had become a bartender in a certain club along Mombasa Road. So commuting was very expensive. Sometimes you'd leave work very late, so you cannot get a PSV along Barabara. And also from where I was working to the main road is also another distance. So you realize sometimes you're spending even 300 shillings on transport, just one trip. Because you take a motorcycle, upande kuweke City Cabanas, nipande tena, you know, that connecting was very expensive with the little that I was earning. So I had to move closer to that place. So I got a Kamabati house around that area. So hata nikitoka job saa ngapi, it was easy for me to actually, I invited her to my new house.
Sam. You invited her.
I think nikamote, nilikuwa nimeshikiwa, I don't know.
After crying kwa apartment. Oh God.
So she came. We kind of had a talk. You know, you're trying to reconcile everything.
Is she remorseful?
No. By the way, she was very, very, like, you know, natural, like, kila kitu kiambuko tu sawa kwa sawa, like, you're not showing any sign of, like, pole nilifanya hivi, uko tu. That is taking advantage over someone.
For sure.
So she started again the same dramas over and over. Anakuja, sengine akuji. I try calling her auntie because I had her auntie's number. Alisema ameenda kwa auntie yake. She's not even there. Auntie yake hajamuona for months, you know. I try calling, so I knew exactly what is going on. The other guy who called me clearly told me he's actually married.
The guy mwenye kwa apartment?
Yes, kwa apartment. He told me he's married. But at our mwingine kama wife number 2. That was through a text. Na nikamuuliza, but you're living alone, where is your wife? Told me bibi yangu anakuanga Ushago. But I need a Nairobi woman now.
That is so unfortunate.
I ignored all those things. So when now she started again kufanya the same dramas. Saiweka nyumba nimehamia. Now I said enough is enough. You have to go. I think that is the time really open up to a point of kama mbaya.
Like, I'm done with you.
I'm done. I've never been violent in my life. I hate violence. I've seen how violence has destroyed my family. My relatives, some are even my friends, close friends, and I've seen how violence has literally destroyed everything, including watoto, nini, and all that. I was like, let's have a conversation, a honest one, and everyone now moves on with their life. We sat down that night, Tuesday night. We spoke, tukaongea, and we agreed that kila mtu ende njia yake. We can meet in future. We can always have conversations. Watu hurudiana. That is what was at the back of my. I was convincing myself that way, that maybe in future we might have a thing. Na tuka spend that night. Then in the morning I was supposed to go for work. And I wanted her to leave. I was like, I was done. Can you pack what you believe it's yours in this house? She told me kitu tu iko kwa nyumba ni nguo zangu. I told her it's okay. Then there was this hesitance. Ni kama attack. Kiju ameona now this guy has become too serious. I cannot take advantage of him again. So now she's trying now ni kama ku gaslight back. Ikae ni kama, you know, wacha tu tuendelee nini. And me, I'm like, no. I don't know where that courage came from. To a point of, no, you have to go. I'm done.
You
and I'm
done.
not leaving you in this house. You get out, nifunge nyumba, I have to go to work. Akapack tu vitu twake hapo, akilia, you know.
She's crying.
Yes, she's literally crying. You know, mimi hata sina mahali pa kwenda. I don't know, tumekuwa na wewe for long. Do you know how long it was?
How?
9 months. That old
Within
drama
9
was
months?
9 months.
Did you even enjoy a relationship? Jesus. You didn't, man. Like 9 months.
I can tell you to date. She can tell you, Faith can tell you. It has not been easy for us. It has not. Even after the ordeal, everything that happened, it was not easy for me to maintain a relationship. and I gave up completely on relationships or any lady.
But that's a very, it's a scar. It's,
you know, it's trauma now, and getting out of it, it's another long journey. You know, healing is not about just healing.
Yeah.
It is the journey, and it is always a journey, and it never ends. It continues, because there are things to date I see happening, and they trigger something, and I feel maybe hata mtu niko na yeye something can, you know, or I might end up doing something bad to them because of my past. Issues or relationships. So that day I got the courage, and she clearly understood the mission now is done. I used to cook with stove. I used to buy paraffin in large quantities. I used to buy it in 5 liters, keep it, I can use it for over a month. Because previously, before niingie kazi ya club, nilikuwa nafanya kazi za promo. So today mko na job, kesho mna job, also you have to keep on saving the little that you make. Yeah. And moso upate tu ya kulipa rent na chakula. That day there was no matchbox in the house. And after all this argument, si ameshaniambia she has nowhere to go. I gave her 2,000 shillings because I was now like completely done.
Like the 2,000, hii pesa umetoa wapi? Like
ni tips napatanga.
Oh, so hadi umempea pesa yako, like I'm so done. Okay. We shika tu do, ondoka.
Yes, that's how serious I was. That's I keep telling myself, and I still ask myself, I don't know where that courage came from. But I believe sometimes inafikanga mahali enough is enough.
You are done.
I am done. So I gave her the 2K. Guess what she did? She went to the shop to buy a matchbox. Because I remember that morning I wanted to prepare breakfast, but I realized there's no matchbox. And I felt lazy to go and get one. So mimi nikatulia mpaka atoke, nikajiambia I can take breakfast from my workplace.
Okay, yes.
She went to the shop, akaenda kubuy matchbox, akaambiwa hiyo noti ni kubwa because it was imeshikana vizuri 2K. I mean 1,000 bob. Si haiko in loose. Matchbox was 3 shillings.
3 bob.
So can you imagine breaking 1,000 bob for 3 shillings?
Akuna.
So the shopkeeper told her that naye amjui vile. So hakuna vile hata angempea. Personally mimi ningeenda kwa shop ningepewa matchbox nilipeleka. So on her way akirudi, she passed through a neighbor's house. The neighbor was also a good friend to us. So when she passed there, aliomba matchbox. Akapewa, of course, ni jirani. Tunaombananga vitu. She was given a matchbox. So it was not clicking any danger to me. Even by the time she was leaving, the story of her going to buy the matchbox came later after. Now the story is being told. Personally, I didn't know why she left the house.
Wewe unajua tu ni harakati za atoke.
Kujipanga. So the story of her going to buy, sikuwa naiona. So I knew it later nikiwa sasa hospitalized. But story ya kuomba matchbox, I had it. But still no danger, siku sense any danger or any threat.
Yeah.
Sindi tumeshamalizana. She was given a match, but on her way coming, she said that Mama Fulani, I don't want to use the name, Mama Fulani, you know, unajua naweza ua. And then the lady was like, you know, jokingly, unaweza ua nini? Si unashindanga hata kuchinja kuku hapa, because my mom used to send me some live chicken from home. Tunakuja tunajichinjia. Unashindanga hata kuua kuku hapa, some ndo hata anachinjanga. Sema mimi hata naweza ua mtu. So see, it looks
guy
ka joke, very interactive.
But she means it.
But she means it. So when she came to the house, I was lying on my mattress. Miguu iko side ya floor, the other upper part of the body is on the mattress. And then I used to hang clothes along kwa wall because it was a mabati house. And then you have a curtain now that separates your bedroom from
tunaijua sana.
So when she came, the curtain that used to separate the mattress maliko ilikuwa nimeinua, so you could physically see me ukiingia
na like mattress iko chini.
Exactly.
Okay.
immediately aliingia kwa nyumba, she mumbled some things. I can't remember them, but I remember the paraffin was already in kwa chupa ya nilikuwa nimetoa now from the 5 liter. Now it was on a 500 mils bottle ya Coke, the glass one.
Okay.
So alichukua akaiweka kwa cup. Okay.
Did you see akiweka kwa cup?
No, that is now part of how the story happened, because part of the evidence that was picked was a cup that had paraffin. So they were asking me how mafuta ilitoka kwa kibuyu ikafika kwa kikombe. So the mafuta yangu ikipungua na irudishanga kwa the glass chupa, ndio inakuwa rahisi pia kuweka kwa stove. So that is the last thing I remember, and that one I did it personally. So yeye aliweka kwa kikombe, and then she literally poured the paraffin on me.
Wow, let's hold it there. Hey Jesus, you guys, let's have a short break and then we'll come back. But before we go, remember to follow us on our socials, Kiambu TV on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram, and Celeste Ngashohe on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram, and Simama Initiative, Instagram and Facebook. Usibanduke. Welcome back to Simama Talks. My name is Celeste Ngashohe. We are listening to Samuel's story, and I hope you're learning, because whenever we bring someone to share their story, our objective is for you to learn and for you to see that there can be hope. Whether you're going through it, whether you are a survivor of GBV, tunakuambia it's possible for you to come out of it na ukue successful. Yeah, and remember, if you'd like to come here and share your story, there's a number right here. You can call us or WhatsApp us or reach us via gashohecelestine@gmail.com. Email us na tutakuwa hapo kukuambia kuja na karibu sana. And also if you want us to come to your place, kama ni mashinani, wherever you are, also contact us ndio tukuje huko. You can also DM us on Celeste Ngashohe on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Kiambu TV, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, ama Simama Initiative on TikTok, ama Instagram. And with this, let's continue with Samuel's story. So Samuel, tulikuwa tumefika kwa mafuta ya taa. Akaweka kwa kikombe.
And that's when alinimwagilia mafuta while I was actually partially asleep. You know, I was not like asleep, but I could hear movements, I could hear reactions and all that.
So ulikuwa umechill?
Nilikuwa tu nimechill. And the expectation was situshamalizana sasa ni kutoka kiendana. So I don't know, at that time yenye nimejiekelea kwa mattress, that is the period sasa this now happened. So she poured paraffin on me and then akawasha. So mimi nilishtuka nikibana.
So aliwasha akakurushia the stick, the matchstick.
The moment nilikuwa nimelala chini, she poured it on me immediately. So quickly aliponimwagilia, because she started it from the head. So I felt ilingia kwa macho, and then I felt that irritation ya mafuta. So the first thing I did, nilitoa mkono, I think I touched her sweater, ndio nilivuta. Nikaanza kujipanguza nayo macho because of that irritation issue. So that time najipanguza, I'm still confused because I don't know what is happening.
Did you think ni mafuta? Did you like ulisikia kinuka? Ama you were just like what is happening?
I was in that bit of confusion to a point of that irritation, but I could smell that it is paraffin because ilikuwa mob to a point of ilimwagikia the mattress ikaloa. So that is the time aliwasha and quickly ikawaka. So that time I dropped the sweater. I tried my best to rescue. I'm running up and down the house, anapiga nduru. My neighbors wakasikia, they're coming to try rescue me, but they're also confused on, do we pour water, do we tumshike, tumfanyie nini? Nobody knows. So at that plot that ilikuwa tunaishi there is a specific place we normally put maji tukimaliza kufua. We use it for the washrooms.
Yeah.
That is the water I used kujizima.
Wewe?
Yeah.
And where other people wanafanya nini? Ama they are also confused?
They are confused. Others wanapiga nduru. Udem amekimbia, so they are running after her. So I'm left alone. Na sasa hiyo nyumba pia imewaka. Mattress imeshika, nguo ziko kwa walls zimeshika, like the whole house is literally burning now. So hakukuwa na watu wengi that area. But where we used to live kulikuwa na ka stage ya boda somewhere there. So those are the guys who actually managed to.
Wakakuja.
Walimshika.
Oh, okay.
So the only people I was dealing with kwa ploti ni wamama.
And they are scared.
And they are scared. Some, I remember my neighbor alikuwa pregnant na amebeba bado mtoto mdogo. So she literally had like a small baby. Amembeba hivi. So at that time, there is no like clear focus or decision on what you are going to do. So wanapiga tu nduru. So to me, when I went back to the house, I tried looking for ways ya kujizima. The house was literally also burning. So I moved out again. So hiyo maji tunakonga na
like kasuku
or
something.
Kasuku fulani, yes.
Yeah.
That is the one sana nilichota nayo maji nikajimwagilia. Alafu ika.
So during this time you're still on fire?
I'm still on fire. It took around not more than 10 seconds, but I felt like I've burnt my whole life. That pain, you know, the moment of confusion, you feel like everything is breaking. You know, within that short period of time, everything is like
so many things have
so
happened.
Many things are happening as at that time. So yeah, akashikwa na watu wa boda. They did what they did to her. She was beaten. That is
how they walishuku ni yeye.
This lady mwenye alikuwa mbeba mtoto could clearly confirm what has happened because she was the first respondent kwa hiyo incident.
Okay.
Na alikutana na yeye akitoka mbio. And
so hakujaribu hata kukumwagilia maji?
No. She didn't know what is happening. And then udem na yeye ametoka akipiga nduru akisema nataka kumuua. So you see, there is me burning, there is her running claiming that I want to actually kill her.
Nani wewe una?
Na sayo ni mimi na ban, you know. So our wanawake, they are like, yeah, it could have happened, but we are not sure. So they let her go. Not like let her go, but there's nothing they could do. But the moment nilitoka nje nimewaka moto, that's when it hit one of the ladies and like, hapana huyu ndo amefanya hiyo makushikeni huyo msichana. So that's when now watu wa boda, because hizo nduru, they started to come closer to see what is happening. Yeah. So walikutana naye akikimbia. So one of the ladies akasema hapana shikeni huyu asiende, and that's how now they managed to get hold of her.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now umezimika, like, so what happens now?
So nimezimika, the clothes that nilikuwa nimevaa zimestick kwa my body, you know, all the way from here all the way to here. So my hands, because I was trying to fight kutoa hizi nguo, and also part of my leg here and also the other side. So they asked me if I know someone I can call to notify you. I thought of my mom and I said no. I thought of my dad and I said no.
And you're still in pain,
yeah,
excruciating
but they wanted,
pain.
yes, they'd called a taxi to come and take me to the hospital, but they wanted us to notify, they notified someone close to me. Then I thought of a cousin of mine. Nilikuwa najua namba yake offend. So I gave out her number, she was contacted and she responded so well. She was in town, so she had to come all the way to Kitengela interchange. There is an hospital there called Shalom. That's where I was taken. So before we get to the hospital, we were all sisi wote tulipandishwa the same taxi.
Even the chick.
Yes.
Were you even talking?
I'm in pain. I'm just crying. I don't know what is happening, but I can feel
pain. So you went with the clothes to Hosi?
Yes.
Nobody tried to remove
There's
them?
a lady, I don't remember her name well, or her image. She had something called, is it Damazine or something? It is used to kuinaikamba kwa bands. Those days bands were very common and people had some medications in their houses. So it's whitish.
Oh yeah, I think
she tried to apply it on my body. So that is the time walikuwa najaribu kutoa, and then because of the pain wako like hiyo achana nayo, just put it on top. Yeah. So she had applied a lot of it on me, by the on my body, a lot of it.
And it at least helped.
And it reduces infections. So
yeah.
now I was given lesson, nikafunikiwa kwa gari. And then we passed through Mlolongo police station. The lady was booked there. And then I was now taken to the hospital. So from the hospital, I don't remember what happened. I remember being taken to the casualty, and that's all. Then I find myself in a ward. Umekewa cage. You know, huwezi funikwa. Umekewa cage tu inafunikwa. So you literally inside a katane. That's when now my parents had actually been contacted by my cousin. They traveled all the way from Sharks. They came to the hospital. And I remember seeing my mom crying, you know, and I can't understand kwani nilikosea nini, what have I done, you know, my memory has not yet come.
Like hata uko unakumbuka like oh God.
You know, pain can make you become something different or someone different. Because one of the doctors literally came kuniuliza whether I'm in pain, and I'm like, no, I'm not in pain. You know, I had become that numb. I'm not in pain. They could actually press the buns. And I'm not feeling anything. And then they say there's a big problem other than the buns. This is trauma now. We have to deal with it first before even the buns. So it took almost 2 weeks for me to be able now to tell you clearly, nimechomeka. Yes.
Wow.
So there were different stories ziliandikwa kwa OB based on that, what happened. I remember zingine hata tukijichekelea sisi wenyewe with my cousin, and like literally you can just go and lie openly.
So the lady now.
Yeah, the lady.
Alienda.
You know, there's part of our story, Andike statement. There is also my statement.
Yeah.
So the first thing, tulipoenda police station, there's nothing I could write, but they literally saw me.
Yeah.
And then she was booked. So that is the time sasa yeye alikuwa anapeana story. Yeah? Of course you have to give your story before uwekwe ndani, uwekwe kwa cell. What happened, nini vitu kama hizo. So she said she wanted to leave me, to break up with me. And I told her haezi niacha. So the only way was nijichome, I feel your sympathy to rudia, you know. The second one.
You did that to yourself?
Yeah, I did that to myself. The second one, that stove ililipuka akitengeneza breakfast. The same breakfast I wanted to make, but there was no matchbox in the house. And the third one, life had become too difficult for us, and we decided to end our lives. But you don't have a single scar on you.
And question, sasa polisi wanachukuaje 3 stories?
We are coming there, Sele. So I sense some malice in it, you know. The investigating officer came to the hospital a few days after. And he wanted me to write, and nikamwambia I can't write because my zilikuwa burnt kabisa, ilikuwa wounds. But he wanted me to write, nikamwambia and he was like forcing me to do it. And then my cousin, she's very bold. He said, no, you can't do that. We'd rather do a recording. Ama aongee ukiandika hapa. I will sign on his behalf if you need a signature. I will sign. And then when he noticed that enyewe hapa, hawa watu ni wajanja, he stopped it. So another one came. Huyu sasa ndo nilimnaritia akiandika. And then my cousin signed on my behalf, and that is what was taken to the now police station.
Yeah.
So simi nikaendelea na story ya medication, you know, the healing process, counseling, therapy, you know, and it became very expensive. Now I developed burns management is a very critical thing, and it needs to be done correctly and by professionals, because once if it's within the joints, there's a grow some contractures and keloids that itakuwa very expensive kudeal nazo. So I've been through 14 surgeries so far.
Oh God.
To make this neck ifike where it is right now.
Yeah.
To make my arms at least move freely. So I developed contractures, nikakuwa hivi. So you could clearly see there's a problem. And my arms, mabega, ilikuwa hivi.
Yeah.
Cause mahali pain iliniachia, I can't move from there. So I can't like stretch.
Penye ulikuwa
vile nilikuwa nimelala,
ukipona inakaa hivyo.
Inakaa hivyo. So vile nilikuwa nimelala hosi inabaki hivyo. Developed a lot of blisters because unalala on the back alone.
Yeah.
So we started the first surgery, ikafanywa, at least ikareleasiwa, we got somewhere. The second, third, fourth, blah 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 to the 14th one. Now before the surgeries, because I remember I got banned on 17th of October 2012. It was on a Wednesday. I remember at around 11:37 hapo hivi. And my birthday happens to be
the same day.
No.
Oh.
like January, but that day lands on a Wednesday. Like I was born on a Wednesday, so I have a problem with Wednesdays.
Mungu akuponye hiyo trauma.
I've gotten over that.
That's name. Yeah.
So she was released while I was still hospitalized.
With like there was no going to court or?
She was released from the police station while I'm still
in the hospital.
And when nilitoka hosi, because nilitoka deck, January, before sasa nianze procedures surgery, because my first surgery was actually done in May 2013. When nilitoka, I wanted to know what happened.
With the lady, the case.
Exactly. So we went to Mlolongo police station. They told us msichana alipelekwa kotini na akaachiliwa. So we went to Mavoko Law Courts. We requested to be given that file, or to prepare a file of what happened. We wanted just that review. So my cousin told me, focus on healing first. We'll get to know
what happened.
What happened. Now in 2015, in 2015, that is when I knew exactly what happened.
This is 3 years later.
This is 3 years later. So we wrote to the resident magistrate, Mavoko Law Courts. We wrote to DPP Machakos office, and then we also wrote to Mlolongo police station. I literally took these letters physically. And that's when sasa niliitwa, actually I was contacted, nikaambiwa come uchukue copies of your file. I traveled, I was in Kericho, I came nikapewa copies. I signed a document and I was given my copy. So I had not much knowledge on interpreting law, but I could read through and see aliachiliwa for lack of evidence. That is what was actually catchy.
Of evidence.
Lack of evidence. And then I was asking myself, am I not part of the evidence? Two, there is enough and a lot of evidence that was collected from the house. There are witnesses who are there, and they clearly gave out their statement at the police station. So how comes all that means there was no evidence? So that's when we realized there was a lot that was being involved there, and we were not aware. I gave up completely because I needed to focus
on your healing.
On my healing.
But how hard was this? Like realizing it's like you'll not get your justice.
I would say it's not only me, but I still see the same thing affecting my parents a lot, especially my mom.
It must have.
You know, because they feel something happened. Our son aliumia. We've never gotten, not only them, but our son has not gotten just. So I think they believe that there is part of me that has never let go some of those things.
Yeah.
And it's trauma to them. So it like I started saying, trauma can affect a lot of people who are close to you and people that you actually don't know. It affects across watu wengi sana. Even violence. It can affect a lot of people, whether directly connected to you or not. But they will feel it.
Yes.
So my journey with procedures started, surgeries, harvesting skin from different body parts to put them in a different area, releasing of contractures so that your arms can move, your neck, getting financing support from different people is also not an easy thing. Healing from the same surgery is not an easy thing. It's another long one. You see, getting into theater is one thing. It is a very simple thing. But out of that theater, Now that management is what is very, very, very delicate. Now 2023, that's when now my neck completely, like, ikakuwa sasa movement imekuwa too hard. There was a very big contracture here. So you'd realize that if we are moving, I'm struggling a lot to kuangalia back. I have to turn my whole body. If, let's say I'm driving, I can't just make quick decisions, you know. So we consulted the surgeon. Unfortunately, the surgeon we consulted is different from the one who came to do the procedure. So a mistake happened there. So they had to harvest a skin from, actually a tissue from
your arm.
Yeah, my right arm. And then they waipindue without disconnecting it from its vein. So inakuja with the veins live on this area. So by the time I went to theater, they were telling us they are going to do skin grafting. That is what we were everyone was psychologically prepared for that. But now getting to theater, I found another surgeon and he was like, no, for this kind of a contracture, we can't do a skin graft. We have to do a different procedure. And then I was like, okay, since I'm here, Nisa? Yeah. I just woke up in pain. So the procedure was done, yes, but there was a lot of mistakes that happened. So when I was taken out of theater, I was taken to the recovery room. I was in a lot of pain. My cousin came and said, this is not normal. My wife came and she was like, no, I've not seen this man akiwa hivi. Now these guys are telling us lazima nipelekwe kwa ward na lift yao ifanye. You know, I literally walked. No umetoka surgery, that delicate.
As in, okay.
Kupanda stairs.
As in,
some hospitals need to be serious with what they do, to be honest. Nikapanda stairs, went to the ward, kadimitiwa, everyone was there. I told them, guys, you've been here the whole day, and then home, niko sawa. You can come and visit me tomorrow. You know, sikuwa nataka nione. They were also suffering, but they cannot tell you directly that, hey man, pole lakini, tuko hapa. I can clearly see you guys mko traumatized. Can you just go home and come back tomorrow? I told my wife also to go home. So kwa hiyo ward nilikuwa, I was like alone. So one of the veins, I don't know what happened, nikaanza kubleed a lot. A lot. So the more I'm bleeding, kitanda imeloa damu, I feel it is cold. I'm trying to communicate, but siwezi. I can't. But my brain has already sent that communication to my aunt that inua mkono, press the bell. That has already been done from the brain, but the hand can't move. I'm numb completely. And that's when my wife found me the next day in a pool of blood and nimefura.
Wait, so the whole night, they didn't have the rounds they do, like nurses and...
Nobody came to check on me. Nobody. They came in the morning after she raised that concern. She's like, no, huyu jamaa nilimwacha kwa hii bed akiwa sawa. What is going on here now? That's when they came running. Then they stitched that vein. So I started to have a back flow. Na bleed sasa ikirudi. Internal sasa.
Oh God.
I turned, nikaanza kukua yellow, nikaanza kukua purple, nikakuwa funny colors, nimefura, I'm like, nikama nitabust. That's when we had to call that surgeon. And then he told us ameenda another procedure out of Nairobi, but he's gonna send someone to come and check on us. A doctor came, and within 5 minutes, she was able to solve that problem. And they immediately demanded I get discharged. That's when now we started procedures from a different hospital now, the one that clearly understands reconstructive procedures.
Wow.
So now when we go to that hospital, part of the tissue that was harvested, one side died.
The one for that hospital?
The one, yes. So the way they rotated it, this side died, this side picked. So now we have to go another through procedure. Itolewe yote.
Oh God.
You create a wound, and then we put another.
So they'll have to take another from your body.
Exactly. And we found a good surgeon. He's one of the best plastic surgeons we have in the country. He advised us very well. Like, now, this is how we are going to do it. And he took us through the procedure, advantages, its disadvantages. He told us it is the last when it comes to reconstructive surgery. So if this does not work, we love just to manage the normal way now. So now they had to harvest a full muscle
from your leg.
From my leg. So it's around 30-35 centimeters long, and deep it's around 3 centimeters. So they literally, it's a very delicate procedure. It took almost 12 hours.
Wow.
And then they put it there. It picked so well from day one. We were worried. We thought,
yeah,
you know, and
I can imagine.
Spent over 800,000 on that procedure alone. So every hour a doctor could come check on me. They could prick. They tell you, are you feeling pain? I'm like, no, nasikia tu. You know, when you're now nasikia tu funny, now nasikia funny.
Tingling.
Yeah, then iko sawa. So the nerves picked well, but to date they still disturb. You know, you get that sharp pain.
Oh,
you know.
Okay.
And that has been our journey all through, but we've never gotten justice to date.
It's so sad. It's so sad. And thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm glad that you ulikubali mwito. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story. We will have another episode so that we can talk about your healing journey. Okay. You'll have helped so many people, not even a burn survivor, but someone that has been through gender-based violence or any other kind of violence, and maybe they are struggling to heal, or wamekaa na they're still stuck. So we will have another episode so that we can dive deep on it. But before we leave, you have another surgery that you're expecting to do. Sure. And you guys, we will put up a poster here that we are calling unto all of you to support Samuel so that he can, akwena a better life, sure. and a better constructive surgery. Yeah. So maybe Samuel, you can tell us how we can find you and how we can contribute to your surgery. So that we can support you and we can make sure that we are part of your journey and part of your healing. Yeah. This is your camera.
Okay. Yeah. So on social media, I'm called the Vulnerable Man, and I like clarifying that name because I've seen a lot of people taking it in the negative way. Yeah, kuna watu tunawajua. So they misinterpret it as weakness. They misinterpret it as sympathy looking. No, the vulnerable man is not Samuel Bidi. It is the man out there who cannot speak, who has decided that they are man enough kumezea whatever they are going through. But actually being vulnerable is not about weakness. It's about speaking out. It's about finding your identity, having a common goal to share your story, and people will listen to it. It is not about you. It is about what impact it creates to the other person. For sure. Because nowadays it's so hard to have people have a sit down and discuss. But the online platform has given us a big audience that you can actually communicate. And I like speaking from the point of experience. So the vulnerable man is not about weakness. I am strong enough. Yes, I am. We can tell. So you'll find me on social media, The Vulnerable Man, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram. That is
how we can find you. And how can we support you? Do you have a pay bill, a number? Yeah.
We have a pay bill number that we are raising funds through, and I would like to read the pay bill number. The pay bill number is 522-533, and the account number is 9999059. So it's 9999059. Yes.
So watu wangu, I'm counting on you. let's support Samuel so that he can have the surgery, and God bless you in advance as you contribute whatever you have, hakuna kidogo kwa mchango, so that we can have him do the surgery and then he goes back to his normal life. So thank you so much, Samuel, for coming. We really appreciate, and we pray that God will heal you, that God will come through and you know, provide everything that you need for your surgery and also for your healing.
Sure.
So thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you for sticking with us and listening to Samuel's story. I hope you've learned. Share this story so that you can help someone else out there. Remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok on Kembu TV and Celeste Ngashohe, and Simama Initiative on Instagram and TikTok. There's a number right here. Contact us, WhatsApp us, SMS us, or even inbox us on our socials, Kembu TV and Celeste Ngashohe and Simama Initiative. Asanteni sana kwa kukaa nasi. Mungu awabariki. See you next time.